paradise beaches of Southeast Asia were altered forever on December the 26th, 2004. The undersea earthquake that triggered the tsunami was the third biggest ever recorded. The shift in the sea floor pushed up the ocean surface, generating a wave that raced towards the coast. In Khao Lak in southern Thailand, people started filming the strange sight of the water being sucked away down the beach.
I'll start by asking you, what were you doing on the 26th of December 2004? Chances are you were waking up after Christmas Day, turning on the news and seeing that there was a tsunami, a large tsunami that hit multiple countries around Southeast Asia, including Thailand. Khao Lak was one of the worst affected areas. And that's where we are now. We have made it to Khao Lak. I've come to Ban Nam Kem Tsunami Memorial, and that tsunami was completely destructive. The waves traveled at over 500 miles an hour across the Indian Ocean, smashing into coastlines without almost any warning. The countries and the places just weren't set up like they are now with tsunami warnings. Let me just move out of the sun. Already a bit sunburnt. In Thailand, and I want to just check on the phone to make sure I get the stats right. In Thailand, there were reported 4,812 deaths, 8,457 injuries, and 4,499 people missing. I mean, those numbers are crazy. People who were going about their daily life or on their holiday. There are a load of resorts along this coastline and in Phuket and in the islands that it hit. And it really did cause absolute devastation in the area. Very somber. And this is a memorial, and I'm already slightly lost for words when you see this place, because, well, you might have noticed I've been walking along a wall. And this wall puts into perspective how crazy this was. This wall represents the height of the tsunami wave that hit this area. Just have a look and imagine this coming towards you. And it's not just about the height, it's about the sheer amount of water that comes behind this. The problem with tsunami waves is they're not just high, they're long, and a huge amount of water floods in and floods inland. Unstoppable. Look at this. That is the height, and if we look from the ground up, it's scary to think about, and you can see why it caused so much destruction. Now, I won't put any of the footage in this video, but if you did want to remind yourself of what it looked like, there is footage of holidaymakers who filmed it, or parts of it in different places. And one, you can see the chaos and the destruction. But what struck me by that is two things. One, just how people were not prepared at all. There was zero preparation in most places. Secondly, the psychology behind group mentality. And I noticed that, and it's crazy to think about, because how many more people would have not died? Everyone, and there's literally people on the videos going, that looks strange, what is that? I've never seen anything like it before. This is odd, And they literally see boats get capsized and taken over by the wave as it's coming. Yet everyone has stood there looking at it, walking down to the beach, because the tide receded right out. And you could see the wave coming in on the horizon, but everyone is stood there looking at it. No one is running. And it's the group mentality of, well, no one else is panicking, so why should I panic? But if one person ran, I bet you everyone would have run. And for everyone to think that something was strange, but no one ran away until the last minute when it really started hitting the shoreline, is crazy. Not in every place, but it's the thing I picked up when I was reading the videos. Also scared myself a bit, actually, coming to this area, coming to stay in this area. I know it's very, very rare, and I guess that's why there were no preparations in place. But now, there's early warning systems in place. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little look around and I'll take you down to the beach area and we can get a little feel for what that was like. I wanted to stop here to tell and remind you of the story. I'm sure everyone is very familiar with it. I just wanted to pay my respect at the memorial. Very, very moving place. Actually, you know what I've just noticed? The wall behind us represents the wave. The wall in front of us has names of all the people that died on this beach. Some of them even have photos, like this one. Karin Blair, Germany. Dieter Guderan, Germany. Germany. A lot of Germans in the area. Obviously there was a German resort, but this whole wall, here's a Thai one. It's in Thai, so I can't read her name. Biete or Biti Wetzel, Lübeck. Germany again. I mean, there's plenty from Germany. I mean, this is heartbreaking, really, to see this. I mean, have names. That's reminds me of when I was in Japan and I visited the memorial at Hiroshima. The memorial itself is powerful. I mean, look, this is powerful. But when you start to see names and you start to see belongings and you start to hear stories about the people, that's when it starts to hit you a little bit harder. Puts a little lump in the throat, really. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy day. How people's lives just changed, just like that. Okay. It's a nice Buddhist shrine as well, statue of Buddha, and this is the beach. It's a little rough today, actually. But there would have been people on this beach on that day playing in the sea like little kids down there. I mean, I'm being a proper Brit and coming onto the beach in trainers. But during the tsunami, and it's an early warning sign, well, not that early, you only have minutes, tens of minutes maybe, when that starts to happen, but the sea recedes, and it recedes further than you'll ever see it. And it's one of the telltale warning signs that a tsunami is on its way, and you'll start to see it on the horizon. But when it's traveling at 500 miles an hour, you do not have long. I mean, it slows down a little bit when it starts to come towards land because of the drag on the ocean floor. But this whole area would have just emptied of water. Not like slowly, like when the tide goes out, but it would have receded right back. And people, like I say in the videos, just stood there watching. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Anyway, I thought it would be a good stop, and I'm glad I did. And actually, there's stops all along Khao Lak because it's a long coastline. So you can choose any that you wish, and there's museums and memorials. I think it's worth stopping and paying your respect. But it's what a beautiful area, and how society and how nature bounces back, because you wouldn't know. I mean, it's 18 years ago now, it's a long time, but things have recovered, of course. You wouldn't know, other than the memorial of what happened on that day.